What do you get when you mix royalty, lawsuits, the FBI, and whispers of blackmail? A story that feels less like reality and more like the juiciest Netflix thriller you've ever binged. Only this time, it's not a script. It's Meghan Markle. But before we continue, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Yes, that Meghan Markle, the former actress turned duchess, who once walked red carpets, then Buckingham Palace halls, and is now allegedly running from both. The latest reports claim she has fled the country amid a whirlwind of lawsuits and federal investigations, and at the center of it all, secret recordings of royals and powerful politicians. But let's pause for a second. Imagine this. You're sipping coffee on a regular Tuesday morning, scrolling your phone, and suddenly you see a headline that Meghan Markle is accused of blackmailing the most powerful family in the world. Your jaw drops. Your friend texts you, "Is this real?" And you think, surely not. Or is it? That's the hook, isn't it? How much of this story is smoke and how much is fire? Before you decide, buckle up, because this rabbit hole goes deeper than anyone could have guessed. And at the bottom of it lies a scandal that could shake not only the British monarchy but also the political elite tied to it. The runaway duchess, why Meghan allegedly fled. If Meghan Markle really did leave the country, the first question is obvious. Why? On the surface, the reports point to lawsuits piling up faster than paparazzi outside Windsor Castle. Legal battles, financial disputes, and constant scrutiny created what some insiders describe as an unbearable storm. But whispers behind the scenes suggest something more dangerous. The FBI allegedly wants Meghan for questioning, and not about a traffic ticket, about recordings. Recordings, they say, that contain the kind of conversations that don't just spark gossip, but spark panic. Imagine private exchanges between senior royals, prime ministers, or even American politicians suddenly exposed to the world. We're talking power-shifting, reputation-shattering revelations. Now picture being Meghan. Do you stay and fight in court, risking exposure of everything you've gathered? Or do you pack your bags and quietly slip away before the walls close in? Most people wouldn't think twice. They'd run. But here's the million-dollar question. Was Meghan's escape a desperate act of survival, or a carefully orchestrated move to play her strongest card yet? The FBI connection, why they reportedly want her. When the FBI gets involved, you know the drama has leveled up. This isn't tabloid tattle anymore. It's federal business. So why would the FBI allegedly want Meghan Markle at any cost? The reports suggest it ties back to those supposed recordings. The very idea that a duchess might be sitting on tapes involving royals and politicians could mean one of two things. 1. They're evidence. Perhaps these recordings expose something unlawful, scandalous, or politically dangerous. 2. Their leverage, which, if used to demand protection or power, crosses into the murky world of blackmail. Both scenarios are explosive. Let's take a moment to imagine what's on those tapes. Heated arguments between royals, off-the-record political deals, or worse, secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. The FBI, of course, wouldn't care about royal family drama for entertainment's sake. They'd care if the information threatened political stability, international relations, or national security. Which raises another question. Did Meghan Markle stumble onto something bigger than herself? Or has she been holding these recordings like a trump card, waiting for the day she might need them? The blackmail allegations, real or royal smear? Here's where things get even murkier. Reports claim Meghan threatened to release these recordings unless she was given protection. That word, protection, has many meanings. Protection from lawsuits, from the press, or from something darker. But skeptics are quick to argue. What if this is just another royal smear campaign? After all, Meghan and Harry have long accused the monarchy of orchestrating leaks and character assassinations. Could this be one more chapter in that ongoing war? Think about it. If the palace wanted to destroy Meghan's credibility once and for all, what better way than to label her as a blackmailer? The public already sees her as divisive. Add a hint of criminal scandal, and suddenly she's not just controversial. She's dangerous. And yet, even conspiracy theories don't sprout from thin air. Where there's smoke, there's usually at least a flicker of fire. So the question is, who benefits more from this story? Meghan, who gains leverage by letting the rumor of recordings swirl? Or the palace, who paints her as a villain running from justice? What could be on the recordings? Let's indulge in a little speculation, shall we? If Meghan does indeed have secret recordings, what could possibly be so explosive that the FBI is rumored to be interested? Royal family secrets. Behind closed doors conversations revealing favoritism, feuds, or even admissions of manipulation within the monarchy. Political ties. Hidden dealings between royals and politicians, the kind of handshake agreements never meant for public ears. Personal confessions. Remarks that, taken out of context, could destroy reputations overnight. Remember when Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah and dropped those bombshells about concerns over Archie's skin color? That was just one conversation. Now imagine an entire library of similar moments, except this time captured word for word. If such recordings exist, they wouldn't just embarrass Buckingham Palace. They could alter how the monarchy is viewed worldwide. And that's exactly the kind of material someone might hold onto as an insurance policy. The lawsuit pressure cooker. Parallel to the FBI angle is the legal avalanche Meghan reportedly faces. From defamation claims to contract disputes, her post-royal life has been anything but quiet. Every lawsuit brings more headlines. Every headline chips away at public perception. And every court date raises the stakes. So when sources suggest that Meghan fled because the lawsuits were speeding up, it paints a picture of a woman cornered, a duchess with nowhere left to hide, except outside the country. But what if the lawsuits and the FBI investigation are connected? What if speeding up the lawsuits was a strategy to push Meghan into a corner, forcing her to reveal her hand or her tapes? Harry's role in all this. Where is Prince Harry in this storm? Insiders say he's torn. On one hand, loyalty to Meghan. On the other, the guilt of betraying his family, the same family these recordings allegedly implicate. Harry's always been the wild card, the prince who broke away, the one who aired family laundry on live television. But even he may not have been ready for a scandal that crosses into FBI territory. Does he support Meghan's alleged decision to use recordings as leverage? Or is he desperately trying to shield her from the fallout? One thing is certain. Harry's silence, or lack of it, will speak volumes in the days ahead. The royal response: panic behind palace walls. Imagine being King Charles or Prince William right now. If these recordings are real, the palace must be scrambling. Damage control teams on high alert. Lawyers on standby. Advisors drafting statements that may never see daylight, because once such tapes are public, there is no spin strong enough to contain the blow. And if the recordings aren't real, then the palace faces a different problem. Convincing the world that Meghan's supposed blackmail is nothing but a smear campaign. Either way, the royal household is caught in a bind. Silence looks guilty. Speaking up risks adding fuel. And so, the palace remains the Sphinx. Calm on the surface, chaos within. Public opinion, Team Meghan or Team Monarchy? One fascinating aspect of this saga is how divided public opinion has become. For Meghan's supporters, the allegations of blackmail feel like yet another attempt to destroy a woman who dared to challenge centuries of royal tradition. To them, she's a modern-day Diana, hunted because she refuses to bow. For her critics, however, the reports confirm what they always suspected. That Meghan is manipulative, calculating, and willing to burn down everything if it gets her what she wants. This polarization is what keeps Meghan Markle's name trending. Every headline, every rumor, every whispered scandal. People can't look away. But as the saying goes, when a story splits opinion this sharply, the truth usually lies somewhere in the messy middle. What happens if the recordings leak? Let's play out the nightmare scenario for the royals and the dream scenario for scandal lovers. If Meghan's recordings are real and they leak, the fallout could be seismic. Politicians might face resignations. Royals could lose their already fragile grip on public trust. Allies of the monarchy might distance themselves. And Meghan? She'd either be hailed as a whistleblower or condemned as a traitor, possibly both at once. Which brings us to the chilling thought. Maybe that's why she fled. Maybe Meghan knows that once the box is opened, there's no going back. The future of the monarchy. This scandal isn't just about Meghan. It's about the monarchy's survival in the 21st century. The British royal family has weathered countless storms, from abdications to affairs to Diana's tragic death. But in the digital age, where one leaked file can circle the globe in seconds, the stakes are higher than ever. If recordings exist and they confirm the worst whispers, the monarchy could face its most existential crisis yet. And if they don't exist, then the very fact that people believe they might is proof of how fragile the monarchy's credibility has become. A cliffhanger fit for a queen. So where does this leave us? With a duchess on the run, palace under suspicion, the FBI allegedly circling, and rumors of recordings that could blow the roof off everything we thought we knew about royalty and politics. Is Meghan Markle the villain of this saga, or the victim? A blackmailer, or a whistleblower? We may not have the answers yet. But one thing's certain. The world is watching, waiting, and whispering. Because in scandals like this, the truth isn't just stranger than fiction. It's more dangerous. Final call to action. What do you think? Is Meghan Markle fleeing justice or fleeing persecution? Do you believe the rumors of secret recordings? Or do you see them as palace propaganda?